from people. People knowing how to serve people that have a real feel for people. People who know uh, how to how to how to empathize with people. People who like people, who genuinely are interested in people, not just people who are in it for the dollars and cents, not who are people, people who have a real interest in people's welfare. Does that make sense?
It makes total sense, Mike. So what I'm hearing from you is that your focus is around helping people in the service industry connect with people on a people level, on a relationship level versus that transaction level. And that's where you get your most joy from.
Correct. I can see that in you. You are a people person.
Well, thanks, Mike. I try.
You are definitely a people person.
So how do you bring that out to the world then, Mike? You care to share that LinkedIn post you were just sharing with me before we jumped on the call? Talk a little bit about your experience today.
Okay, today I went over to Starbucks in the mall right beside where I live. As you well know, I live in a beautiful apartment building. It could not be any better. And it's within a stone's throw of a mall. The mall is like the hot spot in Kelowna, where we both live. And I, I, well, I won't get into what I won't get into where I want to be, but suffice to say, I had plans beyond where I am now, but I really want to get out of here eventually. That's down the road, but I went into the Starbucks, and as you well know, Starbucks has a premium service for customers, and I experienced that today. No, not because I'm disabled, but because I have about a year and a half ago, I went into hang on, my my screen went blank.
You're still here, don't worry.
No damn screensavers. Um, uh, um, roughly a year and a half ago, I was asked by Starbucks to go into a regional managers meeting and talk to them about how to serve the disabled customers in the store setting, which I did quite happily. Incidentally, I do this professionally too. I'm a perfectionist Pikachu, and I was hoping to get on with Star, but then in that position, it didn't work out. Anyway, that's water into the bridge. So we uh, I got really good service. So if you know of anyone, and Gina, I'm hoping you do, or your viewers know of anyone who can utilize my services, please forward them on to me. That would definitely help me out. And I do have a course online too. No, I'm not sure of the link, but I send it over to you.
Yeah, so we've got the link in the post for this live stream. So that's shared up on LinkedIn, Facebook, and as well, I believe both of us have shared this personally. And this content gets to stay here for quite some time. God bless the internet. So one of the things, well, it allows us to have these connections and allows for you to be able to still to deliver your work, even though in our COVID times, I like to call it the great pause, is that you're still able to connect and still do the work, and you were able to build your course. So maybe share a little bit about the inspiration behind your course and who would benefit from taking it, Mike.
Oh, I see my course as being a great benefit to business owners. I don't see it as a benefit to employees, mainly because well, I guess the employees could benefit too because of it's kind of crazy. It's $375, but I really don't see the employee benefiting from it. And the one-up version, where I see it as being a benefit to the general public and in the buying agreement, the in the employment bidder, like hotels would be a great benefit, benefit,
Right.
beneficiary. Airlines.
Airlines as well. And then so we've talked about restaurants. I guess we could lump Starbucks and coffee shops into that restaurant land. Talk about hotels, airlines, basically anybody that deals with the public in a frontline service that they're coming into them on a regular basis would really benefit from having your course, and maybe even benefit from having you come in and do your educational talks and workshops with them directly.
That would be absolutely right on my target market.
Right. Because, some of the things Mike's shared with me is his experience, as a challenged person out there can sometimes be really not the best. And this is really what's called you up, Mike, to be able to do this and share this so that you're prepared, and you've been the champion for this cause for a very long time. And how you show up about it is, your story is really fascinating. Could we take maybe a detour down a little bit of your background?
I would love it.
All right. So let's hear this. Let's get into that a little bit.
The very first day I moved into Kelowna, I was feeling kind of lonely. Maybe 2 weeks after I moved into Kelowna, I was feeling really lonely. So I went out to a nightclub. How long have you lived in Kelowna, Gene?
This is year 15 for me.
Okay, do you remember a nightclub called Trent?
I don't know. Must have been maybe before my time.
Okay, do you know the Capri Hotel?
Oh, I know the Capri. I've heard stories that back in the day, the Capri was the place to be, to go in town.
It was absolutely great. Do you know Angie?
No, I don't.
Okay, do you know Caps Wine and Beer
Oh
Store?
yeah, yeah. That used to be the comedy club. When I moved here, it was a comedy club.
Okay,
It was great. It
no.
was Yuck Yucks when I first came to Kelowna.
Okay, no. But when I moved here, the trend was above everything. Like, there's a second story on top of trend, on top of, uh, on top of Cat Beard Store.
Okay.
So it was the disco days. Like, it really was a cool spot. Everybody from the Merritt Kelowna right down to the garbage collectors was doing. So you can meet the mayor, you can meet like every walk of life. It was absolutely great. So I want there was a big story walk up to the nightclub. So I went into the I went into the walk up. I got to the top of the I got to the top of the landing. I spotted this absolutely beautiful waitress. And you never see me walk, and you've heard me talk by now.
Yep.
Whenever I walk, I stagger like I'm drunk. Lord, I walked over to her and I said, "Yes, can I have a drink?" And she looked up and down. She looked me up and down and she said, "Oh, I think you've had a little bit too much to drink." And here I am, sober as the judge. And she, she, I looked over at the bartender, and the bartender is a friend of mine by now. And the bartender let the waitress and flagged her over and said, that guy hasn't had a thing to drink. So, I never paid for a thing to drink that night. You should have seen her face.
Well,
No,
so she was expecting something much different than what you were presenting, right? So kind of goes to that whole like don't judge a book by its cover, maybe.
let me tell you another story about her. Her and I grew to be really good friends.
Oh, awesome.
Now, 1980, when did Vancouver have the Olympics?
The Olympics? Oh, like I don't know. It was in 2000s, wasn't it? Or are you thinking Expo?
Expo.
Oh, 1986.
Okay. Now, I went out to the Expo 86, and I she and I went out for dinner one night. And by now, she and I are really good friends. So we went up at the cake and flavor on Granville Island. And she, she, uh, we went to, we ordered our meal. She's in this beautiful black dress, absolutely gorgeous, even more gorgeous than the night we met. So I ordered a steaming hot bowl of onion soup. So we're sitting at 3 feet apart. And we I take a big mouthful of soup and I spit it all over her. And the waiter comes over or when they start swearing at me. And when the catches the rat of the waiter and the waiter comes to my defense. I can't win but one day she's calling me a drunk, the night that she's yelling at me. Oh well. But the thing that really irritates me is I don't want any, I don't want people to be mistreating the disabled. Do you know what I mean?
I know. Well, not having to have lived that experience, but I can totally understand what you mean by that. By not wanting, you want everybody to treat you all as equals, right? We're all equal people, and you want anybody to be able to. You know, one of the things I've taken from all of our conversations, you want anybody who walks through a door of a business to be treated the exact same, regardless of how they got through that door.
Absolutely. There's one more story I have. Do I have time?
We've got like 10 more minutes.
Okay, good. A friend of mine and I went out to dinner at a local pub. And it was a Friday night. And the waiter came up to the table and he said to my friend, "What would you like?" And what would he like as if I wasn't there?
You've told me this story before, and I always hear whenever you say this story, I always feel like this is like that kernel of which drives you to do what you do.
Yeah. Like it doesn't make me feel any different than the piece of crap.
Yeah.
Like it really doesn't. So that's basically why I'm doing what I'm doing.
And why you get out there and you help people understand that difference and know how to serve the challenged, right? And it's one of the things, I don't know if you want to talk about it here, Mike, but one of the things that you've talked about with me in the past is you not using the word disabled, but using the word challenged.
Oh, I would love to talk about it.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
I believe we all have challenges. I have my own challenges. I know you have challenges.
Yes, I do.
I don't know what your challenges are. Maybe you want to talk about your challenges.
Well, maybe eventually, but today I really wanted to focus on, the one thing that I liked about how you always talk about calling it challenges is for that fact that everybody has them, right? And from my seat, where we all have challenges, I'm able to more or less hide them. But with the cerebral palsy, yours is very much out on your sleeve, right? So for everybody to see, and for everybody to then, it comes to me like a little bit of like an educational process to understand that just because we can see Mike's cerebral palsy challenges, he's a brilliant, intelligent, well-spoken, well-written man through it all. And honestly, one of the, Mike, I always tell you every time we have a phone call and you bust my chops for me saying I'm fantastic when you're like, no, you're incredible, is you're one of probably the most uplifting, positive people that I know.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me. I feel that that's my long life. I need to uplift people.
Yeah.
If I'm not uplifting people, I'm not doing my job.
I love that you take that on as your job. I think maybe that's one of the things that why we get along so well as, me as an enjoyment coach is it's all about helping people find that joy for it and uplifting them, teaching them the tools. You're modeling it on a daily basis in every moment that I ever encountered you in. It's great for some people to talk about it, but you model it, and that's to me shows that that's a true principle of yours. It's not just a saying on the wall, right?
If you can't do, don't. If you like, I love people.
You can go check out any of Mike's LinkedIn posts, and you'll see people, brave or not bravely, like commenting about their enjoyment with Mike. And like I say, anytime he's out in public, it's just the man is popular, simply popular because of who you are and how you show up.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to mention the money aspect.
For your services?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's get into it. We've got like about another 5 or so. We can go for like another 5 or 6 minutes here, but yeah, let's totally talk about how you might help people and help businesses. So we talked about your course and how that course is really directed at the business overall and something that all the, should be something that's being taught in and shared within for all employees, across the restaurants, basically any service provider that interfaces with the general public on a daily basis should be taking this course. And then we briefly touched on that you're very well written. Is there a book somewhere there? And as well, some of your that you also do this in person through speaking engagements, and as well through training workshops.
No, during this pandemic that we have, thank you, Donald Trump. Oh my God. I prefer to do my speaking engagement on Zoom.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
It's probably the safest way I can do my work. And
I would say not only the safest, but this also allows you to be able to reach people that are outside of our geographical area, right? Like this is a topic that transcends just Kelowna or BC or even Canada. And now with the tools that we have and the everyone's acceptance of them should allow you to be able to deliver this all over the world now, which is awesome.
I can be in that and do not leave my living room. I love it. And also, can we? I have another thing coming up in the next couple months that I really wanted to get into too.
Yeah, tell me, what do you got? What's cooking?
You know more about it than I do. It's the virtual summit.
Yeah, the virtual summit that we've been talking about you bringing in guests, all talking about, serving everybody and their challenges in the service space.
It's going to be incredible. I'm so looking forward to that. That is going to be absolutely mind-blowing.
It's going to be a great event and something that you are passionate about. So you're going to bring the most out of that, and it gives everybody an opportunity to learn with those, you don't know who the speakers are going to be yet, but it's going to bring some really, hopefully, unique perspectives to it and drum up some really great conversation.
I'm such a proponent of really good service for everybody, regardless of their challenges. I really believe in this topic.
And it shows in everything you do. So, Mike, how can people find you? I know we'll have some links up in the description, but tell us a couple of spots where people can get in touch with you. What's the best way to get in touch with you, and where they can learn more about you?
Okay, they're more than willing to get a hold of me through my website. My website is michaeldhaines.com. That's MICHAELHAINES.com. Or they can email me directly at MikeHaines@talent.net. Or they can call me directly at 250 861 5169.
Awesome. And as well, just a reminder that Mike's got that course out, and that's available through the Mastermind platform on the marketplace, which we'll link up there. And Mike, we talked about it, but you're a pretty proficient LinkedIner at like 7,800 connections. So people can also find out about you from there too.
By all means.
Well, before we wrap up, my friend, is there anything else you want to share? Any good takeaways?
Absolutely not. You have been enjoying, my friend.
Well, you know what? Honestly, thank you for being number 2 on this experiment with me. This whole road is about wanting to show people where things can start and who knows where this is going to go over the next few years. But it's just a joy to be able to finally fulfill on one of my desires, is to have really awesome conversations, and that they're recorded now. So, you know what? Thank you for willing to come in on this. I know we had a couple little technical oopsies there, me trying to figure out the stream right off the top, but we got it. And according to Facebook, it's streaming. So eventually down the road, we'll deliver this on more platforms as well. And hopefully we'll be able to have you on again when that summit's happening. We'll be able to talk about it, or maybe the recap from it too.
The recap's going to be for sale as well.
That's right. Just like most of the well, there'll be more. I think we'll save them a little bit of interest there, just to know that will be coming down the pipe and something that Mike's working on. And then you're expecting sometime in the new year for that to kick off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably January or February.
Awesome. I know I'm looking forward to seeing that launch for you.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. And possibly many, many more.
Awesome. Well, I don't think your message, as long as there's people, your message needs to be heard. So there's plenty of organizations that can totally connect with you and get in on that.
There's 7 billion people, so I don't think I will ever run out.
No, you know what? I think this is the true gift, or the gift for being somebody that's service-minded, knowing that by helping others, that you're actually receiving a huge amount of self-worth and being rewarded for it as well. The beauty of that, in my mind, is as long as there's people, there's opportunities to help them grow and learn and be better.
Right. I agree. Thank you very much, Gene.
Well, thank you, Mike, and we will talk to you soon. Appreciate it.
Have a wonderful day.
You as well.
Enjoy.